Of course, the first one was an absolute Bobby Dazzler in Wellington. We've got two matches here in Auckland. This one's a night game, and then on Sunday, it's a day game. The Chapel Hadley Trophy is on the line. The coin went up. And first mistake tonight from Australia. They called it correctly. New Zealand had the toss and they said that they will bowl. Few changes to the sides to be aware of. You got Steve Smith coming in, so no Warner. That's a shame for these New Zealand crowds. And you've got Nathan Ellis coming in with his slingy sort of fast bowling and all the little tricks that he has. Matthew Wade coming into wicket keep as well. For New Zealand, really interesting. They've gone for pace. Ferguson, Sears, Bolt coming in for Southey, and you've also got, well, it's just pace. And Adam Milne, you don't see bowlers of that pace. Three of them in New Zealand side that often. Unfortunately, Ravind are out, which means that the very talented and classy Will Young gets an opportunity here this evening. Well, as I said, Trent Bolder's back in the side. No Tim Southey. Great to have the New Zealand left armour, and he caught up with Katie Martin earlier on.
Trent Bolt, welcome back to New Zealand. Hey, you're the prankster of the side. Have you annoyed the boys already? Have you been okay? Has it been a warm reception?
I don't know where you got that information from, but yeah, obviously excited to be back. Yeah, back into familiar environment, and obviously an exciting series. So can't wait to get out there this afternoon.
I'm sure you would have seen the first game. What were the takeaways for the boys from that game bringing into this one?
Cracking way to start the series is what I took from it. Australia brought a quality side. You know, there's a reason they're hot runners to be favourites in the T20 World Cup, and they've got some good experience there. But I thought the boys put in a good show. This is a great ground. It's a ground that we've had good success at, and we know it well. So expecting a big crowd. It's going to be a great occasion.
Well, you make Tim Southey. He bowled the last over in the last game, and he's put his feet up today. So is he saying that you're going to have to take the last over potentially?
Oh, he'll say I'll have my feet up next week. So yeah, no, he did well. I haven't seen him in a wee while, but yeah, great start to the series, and it's been one that I've wanted to be a part of for the whole year, really. So can't wait to get out there.
How much does the franchise cricket help you coming back into this with that experience you've gained?
Hopefully a lot, but more to tell after the game, obviously. But yeah, I've played a bit of cricket over the years. Obviously, the last couple of years of T20 cricket with a lot of these players in different tournaments. So Eden Park's a beast. Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge, but a challenge which I'm hoping to take with both hands.
You look at the crowd that's going to be in here. Just put a smile on your face coming back to international cricket and seeing 30,000 people here at Eden Park.
It's probably a bad thing. I can't remember my last game that was in New Zealand, so that's not good. But this is a great place. I've got very, very special memories. 2015 with a crowd that I've never seen before in New Zealand, and it's probably topped some of the crowds that I've played in front of across the world. So great place to play cricket. Obviously, we're looking forward to putting on a show and hopefully leaving the series up quite nicely.
This is a very quick answer. So you're available for the T20 World Cup?
Yes.
So we want to hear. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
We certainly do want to hear that. That is fantastic. He's going to have to be tight. I'm joined in commentary first up this evening by Brendan Julian. And Brendan, New Zealand, they need to tighten up. They weren't. They bowled all right. They nearly defended it, but they were far from their best. A little loose.
Well, you're right, but it was pretty good batting, wasn't it? Both sides. That was the big takeout of the Wellington game. But I thought the extra that the Australians bowled, they bowled 2 extra overs, and also for Tim Southey, you don't often see that. This showed was probably, I thought, a little bit nervous. Adam Milne was probably a bit nervous as well. But they bowled too many wides. They gave too many opportunities to the Australians, and luckily for the Australian batting, they pounced on it. But at the end of the day, you've got to take your catches as well. So when you're playing big teams, you cannot afford to drop good players because it'll cost you a game.
No Tim Southey, but Trent Bolder's also a swing bowler, left-arm swinger, swings in a different direction. But I think when it comes to swinging the ball, that is possibly a strategic advantage for New Zealand over Australia.
Absolutely, Trent Bolt was swinging around, no doubt about that. He's the guy that's going to be taking on Steve Smith, probably Travis said. If he bowls in the channel and bowls nice and straight, then he'll be all right. Where I felt the swing at Wellington, it did swing a little bit early on. I thought Lockie Ferguson got it to swing. I thought Southey got it to swing, and Milne as well. And you can see it sort of came on a little bit there, but it skidded on late in the night in that game, and that's what helped the Australians. But early on, you've got to make sure you can swing. If you're not swinging it here at Eden Park, it's going to cost you.
Oh, I really thought the stumps weren't going to go flying. Tim Southey was right on the money. I thought, here he goes, he's going to bowl a good beauty in swinger, knock Warner out, and the crowd's going to go nuts. In the end, Warner made a few runs. He looked dangerous. He got it on his stride, but he got a little bit of a hostile reception Or the opposite of a reception, an exit.
As you'd expect, they want to, they threw it off in the press conference before the series, and didn't they do the right thing by getting everyone involved? Didn't they love that when he was walking off? And he wanted to acknowledge them as well. They were saying goodbye to him. He was saying, I love you, thank you very much. A bit of an exit, there you have it. He's not playing tonight, so it might have worked.
Yeah, it's a shame. Look, I love it. I think that's part of it. This is New Zealand, Australia. It's a big brother, little brother scenario. We love the competition. I think it's been fantastic for cricket in this country. Right, that pitch out there looks pretty good. Let's get a really, really close look at it, though, with Craig McMillan and Katie Martin. They were out there earlier on.
Looks a really good surface out here in the middle, but to give us a little bit more insight on what we can expect from this pitch. Hello, Katie.
Hello, Meg. How are you going?
I'm good, thanks. What do you make of this?
Well, this is a fresh wicket. We've seen a bit of cricket here throughout the summer, but this is a fresh one. It is looking brown. It is looking good. It is quite hard as well. If I knock on that, very hard. We know here at Eden Park there's a lot of bounce and a lot of carry for the pace bowlers, so I think both teams will be looking at the same. Great batting wicket.
It's a typical looking white ball surface, isn't it? A lot of brown dead grass, but there's a nice even covering of grass.
Yeah, there is, and I think we saw in the last game that was played here, Mac, that a lot of the bowlers went to slower deliveries, so we know with that extra little bit of grass in there that it will sit in the wicket, and as a batter you expect that you've got long boundaries square and short boundaries straight. So we've seen so many boundaries hit down the ground. You remember Daryl Mitchell, how many pumped over the bowler's head down the ground.
Let's talk about the dimensions here at Eden Park, because they're effective for the bowlers, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, what do you think as a bowler here? What are you looking to do? Take the pace off? We saw that effective?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a bowler here, to be fair. I'd much rather be a batter, because you do have to find ways. You have to go wide, you have to take pace off, and we saw that. Do you think there'll be anything for the spinners on the surface?
There's always a bit of extra bounce, isn't there? The question for both the spinners, the leg spinners especially, is are they going to look to bowl wider?
Now the next two matches, just resting before the very, very important Test series. Brendan Julian is with me. It was a close one in the last one. What are you thinking this evening?
I am picking a lot of action.
Just resting before the very, very important Test series. Brendan Julian is with me. It was a close one in the last one. What are you thinking this evening?
I am picking a lot of action here at Eden Park. Steve Smith, well, this is an opportunity for him. Steve Smith, this is an opportunity for him. He probably at the moment is not really featured in the 11 for the World Cup, so I think this is an opportunity for him. He's gone back to open the batting in the Test matches, and this is an opportunity for him to open the batting in the T20s. They've given David Warner a bit of a rest. Travis Head, it's a bit of a shootout between these two. I thought Travis Head the other night, well, he was all over the shot, 24 for 15. Played a lot of shots, didn't hit a lot in the middle of the bat. He was trying to go too square. For Eden Park, for here tonight, he's got to bowl a lot straighter. He's got to make sure that he's hitting the ball a lot straighter. Trent Bolt will be bowling it straight at him, swinging away. He's got that first slip. But he's got to make sure that he has a look early. I just felt that Wellington, he just went too early, too quickly.
We just slogged.
What is the slog? You're right.
He's better than that. And I think the surface here, because it has a steepling bounce, you got to be careful. You've got to give yourself a chance. Just have a feel. Just understand the height and the pace in which the ball will arrive. It's a little bit different. Forms to form is a little bit different from other surfaces.
He's got a third man and a deep backward square for Trent Bolt. They have a good record here, the Australians. They've won the last 3 in T20 cricket. Not very good in rugby though. Gladys Light Cup. Last time the Wallabies won here, Rich, I think it was 1986 when Bob Walk was around. That was Crocodile Dundee Day. So it's a bit of a tragic in terms of rugby. But cricket, yeah, we're all over it.
I don't think you'll ever win again in rugby on this ground. Just throwing it out there. Right, we're ready for this one. New Zealand have to win if they want to keep the Chapel Hadley alive. What a start that is. No slog about that. Just used a little bit of a waist swing and smashed it through the cover field.
That's what we want to see from Travis Head. You're right, he had his head in the right position. It was a half volley from Trent Bolt. Yep, they had a little bit of shape away, but his head was still. It wasn't really a half volley when you look at the replay, and there was a good length of delivery, but he was good enough. That's the type of start that Australia need.
Trent Bolt didn't need it. First ball back for New Zealand. There he goes again. A little bit of swing again. This one's fuller and on the money.
Well, that's what Trent Bolt can do. He can shape the ball away to the left-hander, he can shape it back into the right-hander. That's why he's got that one slip there. It's a beautiful seam. Look at that. Right on the money. Shapes it nicely. And Travis Head will be very watchful.
Oh, he goes again. Is this a chance out wide? No, it's wide enough. In fact, it goes all the way. That's what happens at this ground. Those outside edges, they will fly.
Well, don't you hate that if you're a bowler? You've done the right thing. You've shaped it away. You've got the outside edge, and it's cost you 6. It's a thick outside edge. You want some to it. It's at the bottom of the bat, but that is even park. It is round about 52 metres straight here. That one there probably went a little bit further because it was wider, but it's a punish for the bowler.
Oh, no, that'll be 6 or 4 more. What is this? It's 6 more. It's about 6 rows back. Up the side screen. So hard to protect those top edges here.
Well, there were 36s hit Wellington the other night. Already we've had 2, and probably 2 of them are miss hits. So that gives you a bit of an indication it is going to be high scoring here tonight. 60 metres over the top of first slip. Oh, boy, you can do a smile.
Yeah, welcome back to T20 International Cricket at Eden Park. Trent Bolt, 16 from 4, and 2 of them are outside edges.
Well, this is where Travis Head just got to be, I think, more watchful now. He's had a good start to the over, a couple of lucky ones, doesn't need to slog every delivery. It's standing there mid-off having a chat to Trent Bolt, no change in the field.
Oh, this will be 4 more. This is off the thigh pad though, could be leg buys, there's leg buys. So it's a good start for Australia, and there's a little bit of a hush around the ground already.
Well, the crowd's trying to find their seat, and at the moment they've missed a lot. 20 on the board for Australia, the perfect start. Just got enough on it in terms of pads, and as I've said, it's quick outfield and short outfield.
I can understand why it went straight, a little bit of an overcorrection. On board to go on this over, 20 from it. Goes for the slide ball and it works for him. Turns and rather dejectedly takes his hat and sunglasses, Trent Bolt. Not a great comeback for him. That's 20 without loss.
So there's a little bit of shape around there for Trent Bolt, no doubt about it.
Don't forget KFC 6 and shouts, so what you got to do is download the KFC app to play this. Pick the areas in the ground that you think a 6 is going to be hit. If it is hit in there, well, you're on to win 3 KFC. Been a couple of them already. Pretty good region actually to pick the old top edge down the ground at this park. Adam Milne has the ball in hand, bowling from the northern end of the ground. Bowled with good pace in Wellington. Can swing the ball a little bit.
Dot ball. Gets the applause from the crowd. First delivery from Steve Smith. And, as we've said, it's an unusual ground, no doubt about it. It's a rugby ground. Straight down here, about 52 metres and 51 metres at the other end. 65, and that is a drop kick. Getting big power hitters in a la the Tim Davids and Glenn Maxwell's. Those type of players coming in next. It's very difficult for the bowler. You've got to execute, you've got to get it right.
Good start. Milne's so important that he bowls good over here.
And this is where Steve Smith will probably feel a little bit of pressure because he knows that probably his only position in the side is opening the batting. He's not going to hardly come in at 3 because you've got Mitch Marsh's doing it so well, and then you've got Maxwell, and then you've got Josh Inglis, and you've got Tim David, all the power hitters. So his only opportunity, I reckon, is opening the batting. But he's probably taking on Travis Head at the other end, and this is where he'll think, okay, I've got to start scoring off those 2 dot balls, and then you have Travis Head at the other end, 16 from 6.
guys to get on with. Does it brilliantly. Comes down, gets on top of the bounce. Still hits it over the top of backward point.
Well, that was the release, wasn't it? Yeah, the first two dot balls, and he thought, yeah, I've got to do something here. He does it. Actually straight. Likes a bit of room, quick feet. And Adam Milne didn't go for the stumps. Just went for the short length delivery. It's very, very difficult here at Eden Park if you roll that leg, that back of the leg.
Could have done his homework because it's a sensible shot here. If you try to hit that straight so often, that will hit the spice of the bat. You could get caught at that position, but he gave himself enough width to be able to go there purposely, use the pace and bounce. This time goes for one of those ones. It's one of those ones, and it's a really good one.
Well, that's a wrap. And you don't often see that with Steve Smith. He looked a little bit awkward, didn't he? But he does feel like he's got to get on and start scoring, and that is the pressure of T20 cricket. So far, so good for Australia. Another 6. Already we've seen 3 sixes. We're into the second over. We saw 30 in Wellington.
It's just outrageous. It was swinging away, so that's why he ended up on his knees. He had to go further and further and further and still hit it for 6. Crazy.
I think he needed to attack the stumps there. Adam Milne just needed to do the Yorker at the stumps, and his batsman's got to move around.
Touch and go marginal. There you can see umpire Brown. This in his lips.
That's alright. Come on, you got to give something back to the bowler. None for 30 already. We're only into the second over.
Have a look at this go through to the keeper though. Well, that's wide for me. But that, you can see the bounce that went through to Conway.
Yeah, I think he's right, Steve Smith. That looked like it was wide to me. No, that's it. You want to get that ball to swing around, but all of a sudden, one's a bit wide and then another one down the leg side. So as a bowler, you look at it, you've gone for 11 already. The first 2 deliveries of this over were great, the 2 dot balls. All of a sudden, you're a little bit wayward. So from a bowling point of view, you're probably thinking, let's run up with a cross seam delivery. I've only got 1 delivery to close out this over. Cross seam delivery, maybe back of the length, but you don't want to bowl another extra one.
Something's gone on here. Oh, Conway's got a bit of an issue here.
Might have been just that one he took down the leg side there, just wobbled a little bit. Sometimes it does swing as it passes the stumps. It might have just caught that on the thumb. It's just sort of got big on him, didn't he? He had nowhere to go because it was right at him. And as he was bringing his hands up, it didn't look like it caught the thumb straight away. And obviously he's got a bit of discomfort there. Richard, who's your backup keeper at there?
Oh, you got Phillips. Phillips is actually wicketkeeper, who turned into a batter, who then turned into an off-spin bowler.
That's what they might be thinking about. They might be thinking, look, do I make this change? Just hanging around out there. And at the end of the day, they might be making a change here. Conway's got to go. Yeah, he's probably made the decision, look, if I get another couple of banks on, it's going to be really bad at the moment. He could probably bat with that, but obviously can't keep with it. So I reckon he's made that decision. So you're right that Phillips will come in and take the gloves, but I think if anything, it's probably more precaution. Probably damaged it, but doesn't want to make it any worse.
Well, I hope so, from a New Zealand perspective, because some runs, desperately shorter runs in the Test series, has a decent bat the other night in Wellington, maybe a little bit of confidence. Oh, I got Finn Allen's taking the gloves. Well, that's interesting. He can do it. He sometimes does it for his Auckland side. He came up from Wellington as well. So maybe the decision is made that Phillips is a potential bowling option out there as well.
And he's a better fielder, and he's a better fielder, and he's
so fast in the outer.
He's just got to learn to stop the ball, doesn't he? He knows fast in the outer. Is that what you meant?
Look, I've been trying to let it go.
Just for the people that probably didn't see it. I'm talking on the last ball of the last game in Wellington. Tim David peeled off that boundary.
He's mic'd up as well, so he might be listening. So he doesn't need to hear it. Right, here we go again. One more to go in the second over. Oh, that is crazy stuff. It's not going to be four, but it was an amazing shot from Smith. He's got that out of the middle of the bat as well. 32 without loss after two.
I reckon he's got that off the sticker. He got one, a lot of movement, sneaking leg side. Oh, the edge.
Middle of the edge. So it was a middle of sorts.
That's amazing that Adamil followed him. Didn't worry about attacking the stumps. Wanted to follow the batsman.
Mikey Ferguson coming on after Trent Bolt rather taken in the first over. Glenn Phillips is mic'd up for us. G'day, Glenn. It looks like a great atmosphere out there.
It's absolutely brilliant out here. You know, the noise here really carries, and stadium keeps all the atmosphere in here, which is fantastic. How's that one, sir?
Good heat there, swinging in.
Gee, that's close. That's really close there. Well,
I didn't hear it.
Inside edge that. I thought it was pretty close.
If he hasn't hit it.
Yeah, going upstairs. I reckon that's a good call. Very good call there from Mitch Santner. But it just did him pace and came in late. Late swing there from Ferguson.
TV Info 2 Director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision was not out. I've checked with Beta to be a delivery. Can we start with front on vision, please?
And Smith has gone, a beautiful in-swing delivery from Ferguson. He was just too late on it, Steve Smith. And he's gone for 11. New Zealand needed that breakthrough, 32 for 1.
Great bowling, Lockie Ferguson. Sheer pace. He looked good at Wellington with his pace as well. He was 1 for 23. Probably picked the bowlers in that game. Inside edge, not easy decision for the umpire either.
Mitch Marsh, Australian skipper, was brilliant in the last game, man of the match performance. Dangerous player.
He is indeed. But this was a cracking delivery from Lockie Ferguson. Steady pace, came in a little bit, and swung in late to Steve Smith. If anything, it was the inside edge that may have saved him. Not an easy decision for the umpire to give that out because there would have been a lot of noise. Same delivery again to Martian, who will get him early.
To give it not out, I thought was a reasonable decision because there has to be doubt on umpire's mind as to whether he hit it because there was bat sounds, two noises, and so just leave it up to the players.
Well, you got two DRS to muck around with, so yeah, the umpire would have heard the noises and he would have gone, look, I can't give that out, I'm not sure. Split second, and even Smith thought that. He probably even thought he hit an inside edge on it. His pads first.
Glenn's with us out there after we were rudely interrupted by a wicket. He probably doesn't think it was rude though. You needed it though, didn't you, Glenn?
Yeah, we absolutely needed it here. Obviously things can get off to an absolute flyer here, and really the only thing that slows things down is taking poles and being able to bring the new guy out and hopefully dot him up for a few. So obviously Travis is going to play the same way regardless and have a big voice, so it should be entertaining regardless whether we take a pole or whether it goes for a couple of bombs or servers, so we'll see.
Glenn, were you any chance of taking the gloves at all? Because I'm Australian, it's ignoring.
I can't hear you.
That's not fair. Were you any chance of taking the gloves?
I went over and asked, but I'm trying to run away from them as much as possible, quite frankly.
Could you get in the right place?
Bowling career. What's that again?
Are you in the right place now? You right?
I think so. We'll find out. Let's see if I get a catch.
Well, I reckon you can put a slip in here, as Travis said. I know he's got a floating, let's say fourth fist slip on the ring, and I reckon you can put in a one there. He shapes it so well. He bowls so well to the lefties. Goes late, goes away from them. And our man mic'd up down on the third man. I reckon he's going to be a little bit straighter because he's got a good chance of getting the catch down there, mate.
You want me square or you want me straighter? I need you to overrule Lockie here if you think so.
Oh, that's good pace, that's good heat, and there's a little bit of swing there as well. Gee, this is fantastic, Glenn, because you've played a bit of cricket, I'd imagine, with and against Lockie Ferguson. He's fast, but he hasn't been swinging it. All of a sudden, he's found a bit of movement in the air.
Yeah, he's actually been shaping it in training quite a bit at the basin. He hit me in the arm a couple of times and it wasn't so much fun, so I'm glad to see him moving it out here rather than just in the nets for us. And he's bowling gas, which helps too.
It's good pace, all right. Lee Phillips will run in. He's fielding in the right position clearly. Cut it for one. Thanks for that, Glenn. Well fielded. Nice throw. You didn't see the keeper, but you picked him out.
Just throw it over the top of the stumps. That's close enough.
Just take a random guess.
It's 34 for one.
Great comeback over there. Lockie Ferguson coming in and slowing it all down. Mitch Sand will be very pleased with that because they got off to a fly Australia. The first over went from 20th, so now picked up a wicket and held them back a little bit.
Sorry, looks like he will bowl two in a row. Taking 12 on his first over. Smith is out though. That's the one causing him issues there. He's bowling ahead. And smashes him to recover point like a bullet for six.
Good catch too. What about that? That was just beautiful. Take a look at that if you're out there. They dropped a few on Wednesday night, but this one was a beautiful catch. What about the hit there from Travis Head? Straight out the middle of the bat, kept his head. A little bit of the width, loves the width. You see Lockie Ferguson at the other end bowling nice and straight to him, but any width for Travis Head, and it'll go. Take.
Yeah. Coolly taken, lost a bit of composure afterwards. Celebration, why not? Australia, he's picked that off as well. Lucky for New Zealand, it was hit pretty well. Anything finer would have been trouble.
That's where you're going to bowl a lot straighter, around about with his leg stump, as Travis said. Make him move around. He wants that width. And for Mitch Marsh, so many Mitches out there. Even though Mitch Stark's not playing tonight. 72 for 44 from Mitch Marsh. One. So good down one. So good down the ground, nice and straight.
Yep. He'll like this short boundary straight, no doubt there. It's gone straight up. It's gone straight up. That is not going to be easy catch. Sodhi wants it. They're communicating. Sodhi forgets to take it. Oh dear, he was under there the whole time. It was always his catch, and then inexplicably, right at the end.
Well, you've got to get a hand on it. You've got to get a hand on it at least. And when it went up in there, I've got to say, Sodhi did not look confident. He was looking at deep, fine leg. Look at him. He looks there, and he went, oh, who's coming? I tend to think it's the man coming in is going to take that. He's just in a better position. You can see him look there. As soon as he did that, he was gone. He was going, I don't want it once I've done that.
He was always catching it. I think he always thought it was his catch, and then later on, the other player came into mind.
I reckon he wanted it from the get-go. We saw that in Wellington. A couple of catches went down for New Zealand. And that is one play you don't want to drop. But didn't even get a hand on it. It wasn't even half a chance.
This will be four. Once you beat short fine leg, give it away. Putting the pressure on here, both these Australian batsmen. Travis Head moving along to 28, three sixes already, and a couple of boundaries. Flicks that away nicely. I'm sort of with you on the catch. So New Zealand's catching issues continue. It wasn't an easy catch. Those skies are never easy to win. Very high. I'm with you when it comes to you generally should leave it to the player coming in. But someone needs to make their mind up early. And once you've made your mind up to commit to catch it, people got to get out your way.
Yeah, well, Josh Clarkson, he's only playing his second game, so he probably didn't want it either. But it's a small ground, Eden Park. You can run from the boundary straight up to the ring. It's only about 20 metres.
Well, the dropsies continue for New Zealand. This is the first game, a couple of nights back in Wellington, and they were tough catches, very similar. That was Ravindra let that one go. I mean, they were not easy catches, but as far as New Zealand...
Alright, are you kidding me? They had two catches that should have been taken. This one was a difficult one, but he jumped too early. So, but when you get two hands on it, come on, they are professionals.
If you would have let me finish, BJ,
you said not an easy catch. You got two hands on it.
I was about to say not easy, but should have been taken. Oh, no one's catching that. Amisa in the crowd. Sure, no people around to take that.
Jeez, didn't that get out of here in a hurry? That one there from Travis Head. Beautifully picked up. It's his fourth six here tonight.
52 for one. Arc today, it's 85. Should this be taking the outer? I think they just put that one into the seating. It's a rollicking start for Australia, courtesy of Travis Head. Even Smith is out for 11, but it was 11 from 7.
Travis Head, 4 sixes, 2 fours, strike rate just under 250.
He's been the form bowler so far. Mikey Ferguson bowled really well in Wellington. He started well here. Someone needs to knock a couple of these players over here. They need to get rid of Marsh. He's given them an opportunity, squandered that. It's looking dangerous.
Missed the stumps. Missed the stumps. So close.
Yeah, you're right. There wasn't much in this. An easy shot there from Mitch Marsh and Lockie Ferguson trying to hit him on the up to good pace. Just gets a little inside edge onto the back foot, back leg. Well, they do say in 2020 cricket you need a little bit of luck. So far it's not gone New Zealand's way.
Sort of rolled up his hammy and then off his butt, didn't it? That's what propelled it back towards the stumps. Because you give too much width, you'll get whistled away.
Well, one thing here at Eden, you don't need to lose your shape as a batter. You've got to be nice and still. That's that Lockie Ferguson pace and straight. You see the difference here when you're bowling nice straight. You see the difference here when you're bowling nice and straight. When you've got pace like that, that's where you've got to be. That's where the other bowlers, like Milne's got to also realise that. You've got to be up there and a little bit of shape.
And trust you do get the shape, otherwise it's going down the leg side. A tickle or anything, a thigh pad will take it for 4. The margin is so fine here. So far, Ferguson is finding it.
Travis Head, see him batting there, he's just losing his the boundary too much. Still Travis Head, he hits the ball on tonight. He's hit 2 4s, yeah, a couple of scratchy 6s and outside edges, but when he's nice and still, he's very strong behind square. There's no one behind square, he's got deep square and a third man. It's a quick outfield, he just needs to get it in the middle of the bat.
First half of the over is full. This one's landed. One-handed away, just threw everything at that. Lost his grip, he'll get a couple.
Travis said he's just trying to hit that too hard. The width was already there for him, but he's just moving around. You watch him here, just slow delivery, really good delivery. But you can see there, he's just going at it so hard, I think he might have done it for pace. He's just swinging like a rusty gate at the moment.
Well played, just one. Good field set there. Chapman down at third man and picked out. Good over this from Lockie Ferguson. He's got 1 to go. So far been full. I think he'll be looking to get this one up, swinging back in towards the stumps as Marsh try to knock him over. Just pushing the third man back. My leg has gone to the steep square leg and my leg is up in the circle. Marsh just gets enough of it. The short boundary doesn't quite do the job. Sandner charges after it. He does a good job and it's a good over for New Zealand. 5 gone, 58 for 1. Over Eden Park, Mongafo in the distance, the city there to the left, and they just have a boundary trick here. It was tracking down from Mitch Sandner, and he may well have saved his team 3 runs here. Katie Martin joining us on a beautiful Auckland evening. It's been a rollicking start, as we expected it would be, Marto. So they have to do something here. Last ball of the power play, last over of the power play, and they've called in the veteran.
Gee whiz, it's all go so far. That's what we expected on this Australian side, to go hard in New Zealand and for New Zealand to use what is probably their fastest bowling attack that we've seen for quite a period of time. Trent Bolt, he didn't get off to a great start, but he's the type of guy that's going to be bowling those tough overs. I think we're going to have another look at this boundary check, but I think it looked fine. That's right, he's touched the boarding at all, has he? Scotty, they've got deep mid-wicket and deep square, so look to try and angle into the stumps here, tighten up against head.
Well, he does, but it's got to be tighter than that. That goes all the way for 6, first ball of the over. Travis Head is absolutely on one here tonight.
Just full of length delivery. So strong when he just presses that bottom hand and he slaps that down the ground. Too short, but it just wasn't enough lift to try and get the edge. Well, that is a shot.
It's well run from Mitch Marsh, good backing up. Slow ball from Trent Bolt. Head slower. Following head. That's the problem though, isn't it, Marta? You've got to, as a bowler, be thinking about what you want to deliver and then the reaction to look at where the batter's going to station himself. We see shots played almost off the pitch tonight. It's so hard for the bowlers in this format of the game, especially the ground with these dimensions.
Your T20 cricket is all about who is ahead of the other. Not Travis here, just in terms of the proactiveness of the bowler. Again, two fielders out on the leg side.
Swinging, outside edge. Swinging, outside edge.
I think as a batter, if you can predict what the bowler is likely to do, and that's what we saw from Tim David so well in that first game, then you can make a decision early. You can make a decision about what shot you're likely to pay, because you line up the field and you go, okay, I think that he's likely to bowl shorter into the wicket or slower deliveries, probably more straighter because of the two fielders on the leg side, so you can manipulate yourself. Very good getting inside the line, Mitch Marsh.
It's the onside. It's Will Young. Comes in. Just the single here. Feels rather pedestrian this over. What we've witnessed already tonight. Ferguson once again the pick of the New Zealand bowlers. 44 runs, Travis Head. Just 20 deliveries. It's been such a find for Australia. He went after it. And it's going to go to the boundary rope. All wides.
That's what happens as a wicketkeeper here, Scotty. You try and jump as high as you can, but it just that lift out of the wicket, it kept going. It just shot up and over Finn Allen's head. Even the surprise from one bounce like that on the slow wickets I've been bowling on in franchise cricket. Sid says I'll take that as well. Finn Allen, he isn't the shortest guy going around. That is flying. Going around. That is flying. It's off the inside half of the bat. Keeps it to 1. Comeback ball from Trent Bolt, but this is a challenge for the New Zealand bowlers, that's for sure. 72 for 1. 1 to come. I think their highest power play is 91 here at Eden Park, and the average is around 57 for 2, so they're well ahead of the game. Getting put into that as well.
Ball that again as well. It's good take from Finn Allen. Deputising from Conway. If you've just joined us, Conway was hit on the thumb. One that went down the leg side. Came up and decided I cannot keep on keeping on. Full stretch, did well.
Well, Finn Allen kept in New Zealand's T20 side a few years ago, so the backup, he was a backup keeper for RCB. He won't wipe this going into his batting.
Straight hard. Quick single, running once again from Mitch Marsh. That is the end of the 6th over, end of the power play, 74 for 1.
Life can be tough, so look after yourself. Drink AG1. Designed by scientists, AG1 is a powerful blend of over 70 vitamins, minerals and other ingredients your body will thank you for. Just one scoop of AG1 once a day contains the nutrients you need to support your mental performance, energy, heart health and immune system. One scoop once a day. Support your mental performance. Support your immune system. Get started at drinkag1.com.
It's been a good start. 3 bowlers used for New Zealand, 2 overs each for Bolt, Milne and Ferguson. Ferguson heads to the bunch.
Just talking on Finn Allen, Scotty, it's so hard if he hasn't really been keeping much, he's not been backing up, so it's one of those grounds that it's hard to get rhythm, to think he's going to come on to Mitch Santner who slows the ball down, so not only physically it's a little bit different in terms of having to squat and having to get into positions, but also your eyesight around picking up the bounce, picking up the rhythm off this wicket as well, so it's a tough job when you've been warming up as a fielder, you haven't kept for a wee while to go straight in and do it tonight.
Sears first ball, and it is hammered over Cal. 6 more in the bank for Australia. That is the 7th 6 of the innings.
Oh, this is what Australians do. They always target the first ball of an over and say we're going to put pressure on you. Just gave himself a little bit of space back from that leg side, but he's a step and play player. That means he likes the ball full, he steps into it and he can swing it as far as he likes.
We had a good day out at Tallahassee. Careful golf course north of Auckland yesterday. Mitch Marsh, number of the Australian team, he had a swing on the hickory sticks and he looks like he was on the 4th tee there. Tries to go again, this one's clipped away, that'll run away for 4-2. Challenging start for Ben Sears. Mitch Marsh starting to get hold of it. Partnership is 52.
25 deliveries as well. He's going to roll his fingers over there, but it was just the line. All he had to do was get something on that Mitch Marsh. If you get caught at fine leg there, you think, oh, it's on my day. It's worse as a batter. You turn around and said, oh, how have I just picked that fine leg? You've got to be kidding me.
Good catch at fine leg. It goes like a rocket. United down to 3rd this time. These singles just feel like everything's gone off the boil. We've seen so many big shots already in this innings. It's so T20, isn't it? 4 boundaries, 7 sixes. 4 fours, 7 sixes.
Is that T20 or Eden Park?
Yeah.
T20 at Eden Park.
Definitely T20 at Eden Park, for sure. New Zealand have had a warning for slow over rate here, so they've got to speed things up as well. Spin options to come, but T20 cricket, they take these matters rather seriously, at least more seriously than the other formats. Sears gets the wicket! Full and straight, Sears makes the breakthrough. Fantastic delivery, and Travis Head short of his 50 to 9, he goes for 45.
Perfectly full straight at the stumps, just a little bit of angle. Just lost all his shape, Travis Head. He was hitting that into the pocket for 6, but he didn't get anything on that. Brilliant comeback from Ben Sears. Extra pace as well, 143 k an hour. Huge wicket. Travis Head batted beautifully, but he has gone for 45. Australia 85 for 2. Mom, taxi's here.
Now make sure to
Look after myself. I know, Mom.
well, this is it, sweetie.
Oh, it's going to be great. There's amazing culture, beautiful walks, and that bike ride. Doesn't it sound brilliant?
And I can't wait. Come on, Kate, let's go. Now, don't forget to get pebbles.
Small groups, expert tour leaders, over 350 worldwide adventures, all trips carbon rated. Sign up for our latest offers at explore.co.uk.
Smith's gone, Head's gone, but it doesn't get any easier after the New Zealand pace attack, because the big show arrives in the big house. 105 matches for Glenn Maxwell. Here's the delivery again. Travis Head just played all around it. Inside edge, onto the stumps, he knew it too. Swung hard, too late.
Sometimes with that extra bit of pace, you get that high backlift and you can't get it down quick enough. That's when you get that. I'm loving this matchup with Glenn Maxwell. He is really susceptible early on. Ben says the extra pace, we saw him get beaten by pace from Lockie Ferguson. Will he bowl it at the stumps again?
There's a fiddle, outside off, through to the keeper, wicket a dot. So essentially 2 dot balls here. The pressure going back on from New Zealand.
This is what that extra pace does. The footwork goes nowhere. You get stuck on the crease. You fiddle away with the bat. Look at that. Just a little fiddle to say I'm going to play that down, but just a little bit nervous when your feet sort of just go nowhere. You know that you get a little bit concerned with the pace. Just bringing in a little bit more here, Ben says.
Another dot for Sears. This has been some comeback for him. 7 overs gone, 85 for 2.
I love coming to West Ham. Cut me open, I bleed claret, but it can only take one person to ruin it for me. What type of things have you heard?
Paedophile, burn in hell. Some of the comments that were made were really terrifying.
I was part of a culture that was very wrong.
There's banter, and then there's hate crime. Why do we have to deal with homophobia?
Rylan, football phone me. Stream now on your Discovery Plus.
First spin of the evening, Santner starts that one in, Mitch Marsh backing away, pushed out to cover for one.
It's going to be really intriguing how he bowls here. Glenn Maxwell's a very good player of spin, moves around a lot as well. I'm sure that Fennell will be making the most of his RCB former teammate. Just the pace here from Santner. Does he just pull it back a little bit to try and get him to swing across the line, get a top edge, or does he try and hold it in past the stumps?
2:42 on Wednesday night, Mitch Santner. Starts this one in 2. Bowl quickly here, Mitch Santner. Once wide, so he'll bowl it again.
That indicated what he's doing. Ground that spinners get targeted down the ground.
That one has been absolutely smashed. Top 10. Oh, Mitch Marsh. Cannot afford to give him a single let off in a game of T20. He will make you pay. And pay dearly. Just picked up length.
This feet, but he is so powerful and strong as well.
Oh yeah, bowl swing.
Speeds us over, Scotty. 96, 97, 95, 96 as well. So he is trying to keep the pace 6 as well. So he is trying to keep the pace on, not get it above the eye line to hit down the ground.
This one's 10 wider, staying out of the arc, but that's too wide. The over so far.
Oh yeah, my boy.
Straight back into it. Santner angling that into the pads.
We saw the tactic in Wellington where he bowled a little bit fuller and a little faster, where Mitch Marsh does hang back, so he's just trying to go underneath the bat here.
Oh, that's stiff. That is genuinely stiff. That looked very much inside the wide line. Well, the ground reacts. But it's in the book. He'll bowl it again. Still along the ground. That's what a shot along the ground looks like.
How's it 30,000 people booing you and you're like, I'm just standing here doing my job?
I think the insinuation was Chris Brown wasn't doing his job. It's from this crowd, not from me. Straight down the ground, you won't catch that. Into the side screen for 6, picked it up beautifully. The big show underway. 8 overs gone here, 103 for 2.
Just that full of leg, just in the hitting zone. I think Mitch Santner thought, oh no, not the way to finish the over. 18 runs off it. Just in that area where as a batter you say, all I've got to do is try and hit the side screen and it's likely to go all the way. This has been a huge start from Australia. It's a phase of the game they are so strong at. 16 extras. 16 extras in 8 overs. That's a lot. 11 wides. In fairness, one of those went to the boundary. Just too loose. Mitch Marsh took a step down. Well, Ben sees field here to Mitch Marsh. He's got 4 guys out on the side, so mid-off is up.